Hey, great Sunday morning. Hope you guys are doing well. Cesar Mascoro Jr. with Manufactured Home Sales Mastery. And it's like I've had this cough all week long, and I'm getting the bad results of it now, which is losing my voice. But anyway, hope you're doing well this Sunday. Coming in here with our 15 minutes to mastery as we do each and every day at 8:15 a.m. And I'm coming to you from Round Rock, Texas. That's where I'm at. Came up here yesterday because our 10-year-old is playing in a soccer tournament, or at least was playing in a soccer tournament through today. But just found out overnight that they canceled the games for today, canceled the remainder of the tournament because of the winter storms coming through. I guess we'll see what happens with that, right? So right now, just getting ready then to head back home to San Antonio, and just regroup and get ready for the Louisville show. If you are in the manufactured home industry and you're going to be attending the Louisville show, come on by booth 132. That's where I'm going to be at. We'll have all the information on our consulting programs and on our sales training programs, and we'll have a whole bunch of little goodies to go away, kind of like these wristbands right here, some notebooks we came up with, and we've got our 2.0 version of our full house training course. Which, by the way, if you are on our mailing list, you're going to get an email today about that with a little special offer for you guys that we have placed running through Tuesday at noon. Okay. So before the show starts, and for those of you that are going to be at the show, we've got an even better offer that's going to be going on there. So anyway, with that being said, today is Sunday. We have what we call our Sunday recharge for 15 minutes to mastery. And today we're talking about resilience, right? And shoot, we could play it today with these kids that have come up here for this tournament now, going to make their way back home with empty-handed. No one gets anything, no medals, no trophies, no nothing, right? So you've got to be resilient. And the quote for today says this: life doesn't get easier or more forgiving. Right? It says life doesn't get easier or more forgiving. We get stronger and more resilient. And how true is that? Right? How true is it, especially as you keep growing up and you learn lessons all through life, but as we go through life and as we go through business and you start to develop, you start noticing life, it doesn't get easier. People think that then the more money you make, the easier things get. Well, life doesn't get easier. Okay. Because as this says right in here, okay, we get stronger and more resilient. All that you encounter more and more things, right? You encounter more obstacles, you encounter more roadblocks. Well, you learn those lessons. Hopefully you learn those lessons, right? You learn from those lessons and you continue to grow, you continue to get better. And so as you do that, you get stronger and more resilient. You're able to overcome these obstacles quicker, more efficiently, and they don't affect you as much as they normally would in the past. That's some of the things that are going to happen in life, right? Now, give me 1 second. So I'm having a issue with our website, and so I've got the chat going on with the support desk. They were messaging me. But anyway, as we were talking about, the more you experience in life, the more you go through life, it continues. It's always going to be difficult. You're always going to run into problems. You're always going to run into issues, but you become better at dealing with those. Hopefully you're becoming mentally stronger, mentally tougher, and can deal with these things. I often thought in my life that, man, I used to look at people that were more successful or had more money, right? And people will equate having more money as having less problems. But the issue is this, right? The level of your problems just get bigger as you grow. That's plain and simple. The easiest way to put it to you is that way. The more you grow, the more you go through life, the more you go through business, the level of your problems just increase. They don't go away. And so as you continue to develop, you just get better at handling these things. You get better at being able to overcome the issues that happen in life, in business. with friends, with family, with coworkers, and building that resilience to be able to bounce back. Think of resilience is like a rubber band, right? You stretch it out and it pops back into place. That's being resilient. How hard can you get hit and still come back? How many times can you be knocked down and still get back up and keep moving forward? Right? Those are the things that you need to keep in mind, because that is what's going to drive you forward. That is also what's going to drive you uh, to be able to keep moving in the directions that you need to. Because if you're not building up that resilience, if you don't get better at that, then what ends up happening, folks, is you end up falling and staying down. You end up losing and not getting back on track. You end up letting these things get in your way, which are going to create more and more problems for you. And so we need to understand exactly how can we build up that resilience. Well, one of the things that you can do to build up your resilience is keep moving forward. Keep doing the thing that you're doing. Keep trying to keep working at operating at a high level, because if you do that, you're going to run across issues. And the more exercise or the more attempts you get at these issues, right, the more problems you have coming at you, and you actually deal with them, the more resilient you become. It's just something that happens. Okay. It's you come to understand that problems, obstacles, issues are just part of life. They're just part of business. So they don't, you may get frustrated. You may have a little bit of anxiety come along with it. You may even get stressed, but you also understand that it's part of doing what we do. And so you're not going to let it deter you. You just keep moving forward, right? Now, let me see. Sorry. I think I'm done with that chat. Excuse me. So, with all that being said, the other thing that you can do to be able to build up resilience is by intentionally putting yourself in tougher situations. So many people, too many people, too many people live a life of comfort. They try and take the easy route. They try not to challenge themselves, right? I was watching some of these families this morning down here in the lobby as they were coming down to have breakfast, and you start hearing about how somebody was talking about their work, and in the table next to me, and I know it's well, no, I'm not going to say it's bad for me to be listening and say they were having the conversation. I could hear it, right? And the gentleman talks about how um, he was asked to take a promotion at work, but it just meant that he would have to work a little bit harder. And well, he's just not going to do that, right? He's not at that point of his life. And so somebody like that, can you imagine? Right? These are the types of people that need to stay within the job, and they need to feel that everything is perfect and in line, because they're trying to take the easy route and everything. And so when life hits them with something, they totally just break down. They start having a rougher time at being able to overcome issues, if they even can, because they don't challenge themselves, right? They try not to push themselves beyond what is acceptable to themselves. If you keep putting yourself in hard situations, you keep challenging yourself physically, mentally, right? How can you do that? Well, physically, obviously, if you already work out harder. If you do it once, do it twice a day. If you doing the same weights, if you're lifting weights, push up on the weights, increase the weights, build resistance, put yourself through the stuff that sucks. Put yourself through the stuff that sucks and work through it, push through it, whether it's physical or mental or in business, in life. And the more and more you overcome these things, the more resilient you become, because you start to notice that you're able to handle these things. And there's no issue that will come about that you can't deal with. And I'll tell you right now, like starting this business, I mean, just every day, man, it's a little bit of that for me and for us, for my family, because you start wondering, well, okay, we've got X amount of dollars left, right? And we're making it through. What's going to happen now? Or where do we need to attack this? And we're able to keep moving forward because we've built that resilience. We keep encountering and tackling the obstacles head on. We don't run from them because it just makes us better. And you can do the same thing. That's why programs like, if you guys remember, last year in June, I think it was June, yeah. So I went to the Modern Day Night Project, right? Those 72 hours of putting yourself through hell, physical and mental. The programs like that exist to push your limits. So how are you pushing your limits? Are you pushing your limits? You should be if you're not. The more you push your limits, the stronger and more resilient you become. So challenge yourself, continue to challenge yourself. I don't read, start to read. You read currently, well, push yourself on that. If you read one book every couple of months, or one book a month, one book a week, make it two, right? It's all about you continuing to challenge yourself, because the more and more you do it, the stronger and the more resilient you become. And that resilience will go a long way for you in life, in your relationships, in your with your family, in your fitness, in your faith, everything. Those are the 4 F's that we talk about all the time, right? Family, faith, fitness, and finance. Continue to push yourself. Get it done. There's nothing that you can't overcome. Until you're 6 feet under, there's nothing you can't overcome. All right? And so I hope that you guys take something from this and start to work at that, because there's far too many people in this life that simply look for the easy way out. They're always looking for that hack. They're always looking for that shortcut. They're always looking for that way of avoiding confrontation, always looking for the way of avoiding extra work, always looking for the easy route, the comfort. Seek discomfort. Seek discomfort and push through it as hard as it may be. And when you do, you're going to feel like a different person. You're going to feel better for what you do. You guys be safe. And you guys will just continue to grow that resilience muscle in your life and in your business. And for those of us in sales, man, we keep getting beat up each and every day, right? You've got to have that. So today, Sunday, I hope you guys enjoy your rest of your weekend, wherever you're at. If you're getting affected by these winter storms, be safe, be careful. And we'll be seeing you soon. And if you are going to be in Louisville, don't forget, come on by and see us. We're going to be at booth 132. Got a whole bunch of little goodies for you. And of course, we want to talk about what it is that Manufactured Home Sales Mastery can do for you, your company, your business, and your life. If you're a retailer, a community, or a housing consultant, come on by. If you're a manufacturer, come on by, because I know that you've got retailers that you supply to that could use our help. And maybe it's just a matter of an introduction. Right? If you're a lender, same thing, come on by. We offer finance training as part of our training. I was a general manager for 7 years. I've been in the business for the last 14 years. We bring the finance training to the housing consultants and the retailers to work with them. So it'd be beautiful to sit down with you, okay, lenders, and get more updated information that we can present to our clients, your clients, and help them better understand how your programs will help them and their customers move forward with purchasing a home. So booth 132, Louisville show, this Wednesday through Friday. We'll be up there. And as always, I can't wait to meet you.